If Marcus Aurelius had a credit card, he would most likely take it in his hand, look at it for a moment, and then quietly put it down. Because this was a man who ruled the most powerful empire on earth, yet still chose to sleep on the ground, eat simple meals, and remind himself every day of one thing. Everything is temporary. Wealth included. Now pause for a moment and imagine this. We take Marcus and drop him into the middle of a 21st century shopping mall. Buy now, pay later, signs everywhere. Ads popping up on his phone. That strange dopamine hit triggered with every scroll. He would look around and probably ask the question we have all forgotten. When did freedom become so expensive? We live in a strange world. Being in debt is now normal. Discipline is boring. Self-restraint almost feels shameful. Yet 2,000 years ago, one of the most powerful men in history wrote notes to himself just to stay standing in the middle of disaster. Not so anyone would see them. Not for likes. But to survive. Those notes became the book we now call Meditations. And strangely enough, inside it is a financial mindset that fits today's world perfectly. Marcus Aurelius was born in 121 AD. He was extremely privileged. He had wealth. He had power. He had a throne. But he did not choose excess. Tyranny. Unlimited consumption. He chose to be a philosopher. He was influenced by the Stoics. Moderation, reason, virtue. Marcus prepared himself not for comfort, but for hardship. He thought about loss in advance. He stopped fighting things he could not control. He saw plagues. He saw wars. He saw betrayals and economic collapses. Yet his writing remained calm. Clear. Without panic. Because his goal was not a comfortable life. It was control of his mind. Think of a time when Rome was at its peak. Luxury everywhere. Excess everywhere. Goods flowing in from every corner of the known world. Despite this, Marcus chose simplicity. He was suspicious of excess. He did not trust praise. He believed true wealth was the ability to remain the same even when the world fell apart. Today, Stoicism is popular again. But most of us only take the nice quotes. The lines that look good on Instagram. We ignore the economic system Marcus was actually trying to escape from. That system is far more powerful today. Because the world we live in is not chaotic by accident. It is deliberately designed to keep you unstable. Debt is at record levels. Credit card interest rates are out of control. Financial literacy is still extremely low. And every platform you use is designed to make you spend more, compare more, and think less. So what's the result? People who look rich but barely make it to the end of the month. A more anxious, far more insecure society. And a system that survives by turning people's emotional weaknesses into profit. This is where Stoicism takes on a different meaning. The point is not to ignore emotions. It is to refuse to be ruled by them. The Stoics said this. You can't control a pandemic. You can't control the market. You can't control war. But you can control your response. Marcus reminded himself daily of death, loss, and poverty. because he knew these were natural. He believed desire was the source of suffering. He knew self-control was freedom. These weren't just philosophical ideas. They were tools. Armor. And they still are. Imagine changing how you look at money. Not chasing status. Not panicking when markets fall. Not upgrading your phone every year just because you're told to. Imagine realizing this. Financial freedom is not about having more. It's about needing less. This isn't just minimalism. It's a serious threat to the modern economy. Because if too many people start saying, enough, the system cracks. It survives on credit, consumption, and endless desire. Marcus lived this. He saw luxury not as a reward, but as a test. He believed comfort made people soft. He believed real wealth was the kind that could not be taken from you. Today we define wealth through cars, houses, numbers. Marcus would call that an illusion. And he would remind us. True wealth is the ability to remain standing even when those things disappear. We are not just financially indebted. We are emotionally exposed. For the Stoics, discomfort was not a mistake, it was training. Marcus practiced this deliberately. He slept on hard beds. He skipped meals. He reminded himself of this. Pain is not the enemy. Addiction is. Now apply this to your finances. Focus on preparation, not panic. Build reserves instead of chasing predictions. Learn to be okay with less. Stop trying to silence anxiety by earning more. Abandon the belief that money will save you. Measure success not by net worth, but by inner calm. This is Stoic finance. And it may be the only form of finance that survives when chaos grows. Look around. Inflation is back. Debt keeps rising. Central banks are cornered. And most people don't have a real plan. Just the hope that someone up there knows what they're doing. But history tells us this. Hope is never a plan. Marcus did not wait to be rescued. He did not blame the system. He started where he always did. Himself. His mind. His habits. That's where power begins. You don't need to be a financial expert. You need clarity. What do you actually need? What are you afraid of, and why? Whose game are you playing? Most people never ask these questions. But if you're here, it means you feel something is wrong. Maybe what you need isn't another app, another side income, or another finance guru. Maybe what you need is an ancient wisdom that speaks softly, but works every day. So, when markets panic, pause. When prices rise, simplify. When you're told to consume, refuse. When fear tells you to react, breathe. Because financial freedom is not about how much you earn. It's about what you're attached to. Don't forget that. Marcus Aurelius never had a credit card. But he understood the cost of belonging to your desires. And the value of mastering them. That is real wealth. That is real freedom.